Hey everyone, I'm finally all moved in, but it doesn't mean all the boxes are unpacked. Holy mackerel. So much stuff, I can't even begin to tell you. I'm not really sure where I'm going to go with all of it. I think it looks worse because I still have a lot of the empty boxes in the living room. I am waiting on my other son to come and get them because he and his wife are moving because they just bought a house. I'm really happy for them, and it's going to be great. They've been living in a smaller, like Ford family, and they just had another child in October. Ashton. He was born in October, and so it was getting really tight in there. A small 2-bedroom flat, apartment, whatever. So yeah, I'm really happy for them that they finally got a house that they wanted, and they're going to be moving this upcoming weekend. So I have plenty of boxes for them. But one of the fun things I have found with unpacking is I started picking up stuff from thrift stores, and even went to a few estate sales. Apparently some time ago, because a couple of the receipts in there were pretty old already, and it's almost like Christmas. It's like, ooh, what's wrapped in here? Ooh, what's in this bag, you know? It's like, I forgot I bought some stuff, and then when I open it, I'm all happy that I get to, oh, look at this. And although, like I said, I'm not sure how much room I'm going to have for everything, but we'll see. And so far, I'm enjoying it. And it might sound a little echoey in here. This is a really cute little room off of the living room. It has a door, but I don't really shut the door, I leave it open. But I don't really remember what they called it. I think they may have called it like a sunroom, which is aptly named because there is only one window in here, but it brings in tons of sunlight because it's south facing. So I wanted to put a bunch of plants in here. Not sure if I will because my cat loves to eat plants, even those that will kill her. So unless I hang them, I don't know. But my next idea, and in fact this is what I've been pretty much planning for, I bought a couple of just some cheap bookcases that my son needs to put together for me. And I'm going to put a bunch of my books in here, and I know he has books too. But I was planning on using a couple of the shelves just for toys for the grandkids. So when the grandkids come over, there is an area for the toys. Now, I am not at all thinking they're actually going to sit in here and play nicely and blah, blah, blah. No, it's going to be a storage area for the toys, and so they know where these toys go when they're done playing with them. And, you know, try and teach them to put their stuff away. Oh, and speaking of the grandkids, I have here a nice big steaming cup of tea. Best grandma ever. You see that? Isn't it great being a grandparent? For those of you that are, it's like all the good stuff of being a mom or a dad, you know, and so I thoroughly enjoy being a grandparent, and yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing all my grandkids whenever I can, and it's really fun. It is, and it's fun watching my kids being parents. And I have to say, the boys in particular, I am really proud of all of them. They have turned into such great dads, and just they're kind and thoughtful and a whole lot more patient than the men I saw of my age and older, you know, when I was younger. And maybe it's just a new generation or something, but I think it's wonderful, and it's great for the kids too. I mean, I feel like in a lot of ways kids got nurturing from their moms, you know, most of the time. But dads are really stepping up their game, and it's a good thing. Yeah, so So here's a little story. I don't know if I mentioned it in a past video or not, but one of my sons and I bought a kitchen table set off of one of the Facebook groups, and it was a girl who was selling it for her grandparents, I believe. I didn't know that though till we got to the house. And really nice elderly couple. Oh, just sweet. But they had to be, geez, probably around 80. And so it was a really nice set. Of course, really well taken care of. I was happy to have it. It was wonderful. So my son and I loaded it all up. I have a small trailer. The chairs actually fit into the back of his Jeep. So we took the legs. We had to take the legs off the table in order to get it through their door. So the top of the table we put in the trailer, and I made sure to put a tarp down first and everything so it worked out, you know, well. And it was a decent distance, but not overly long or, you know, whatever. So anyhow, we get back to my son's house and we're putting everything in the garage, and tabletop was the last one. And I looked down and I'm just like, Joe, the tarp moved. And he, what? We lift up the table. Oh my goodness. Not the whole, but a lot of the top of the table was wrecked. Because the trailer is, I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a wire weave or something, but it just rubbed all against there. So like around the edges of the table and in different spots, there's these long, I mean long and deep grooves going in there. And I was just like, oh no, you know what I mean? No, it's not the end of the world. And I used to refinish furniture myself. And in fact, I even worked for a place refinishing furniture for a while in my younger years. So I figured, well, you know, I'm just going to have to work on it, and I'm just hoping I can get a close enough color stain to match the chairs. Because the tabletop, to me, I don't know what color that would be. Maybe a walnut. But then the legs of the chair are stained like green, or a greenish blue. And the same thing with the chairs. The backs and the legs are that greenish blue color, but then it's just the seat of the chair that's that walnut color. So it's like, well, I hope I can get it to match or whatever, you know. And my son felt horrible. He's just like, I'm so sorry, Mom. It's not your fault. It's really, I mean, we probably should have flipped it, you know, and not had the good side down just in case the tarp did move. But really, it wasn't anybody's fault. It's just a bad circumstance, you know. So we unloaded it and we put it in there, and then, geez, only like 15 minutes after, you know, we were in the house, my son came up to me and he said, I called Dad, and we're gonna redo the top of that table. Don't take it when you move, because I'm gonna fix it for you. I'm gonna fix it, and we're gonna bring it over. And so I'm was thrilled. I thought that was really good of him and his dad to do that, and they're bringing it tomorrow, so I'm really excited, and I really can use it too. We've been sitting on the couch and using the coffee table as the dinner table. Well, I do have a breakfast bar, but the stools over there have continuously had boxes or something on them. So we haven't really eaten there. We've been eating on the couch, and I'm sure you guys know how that is, you know. Geez, I know I'm not the only person who's moved around a lot. You know how that is. I mean, you got boxes stacked up all over the place, but you managed to get the TV plugged in or your radio going or something. You got to have some kind of form of entertainment or relaxation after the whole thing of moving, you know. I mean, I think I planned it pretty good. I mean, I was packing for a while, for, geez, at least a few weeks leading up to it, and I didn't realize how much stuff I had been collecting along the way. And I still don't have enough. I know that sounds terrible. It sounds like, I don't know, like a bad American or something. But there were just weird things that I forgot I didn't have. So it's not like I'm being extravagant. I thought it ahead of time for everything I would need, but there's still so much stuff at the cabin, you know, just everyday items. And I did go up to the cabin a week or two before I moved and grabbed a bunch of stuff, but I didn't think of everything. Or, and this is the more likely, is I didn't want to take it from there. It's like, no, you know, we might need it, or, you know, it just goes with the cabin or whatever. So it's like I knew I would have to replace it, whatever the item may be, and I just didn't. I forgot or whatever, so it's still something I have to replace now. And, you know, sometimes you think you have doubles of stuff or whatever, but, so yeah, I've actually been having to run to the store, and actually I've been going to the thrift store quite a bit, and that has really come to my advantage because I've been finding some really good deals. And another thing I wanted to mention, I don't know how many of you follow Starry Hilder. You should. She's fabulous. She's just wonderful, beautiful lady inside and out. Geez, it just sounds like sometimes she can't catch a break, you know. Her latest announcement, you know, almost in a way, it just really wasn't a surprise to me, you know. But it's still hard to hear, you know. And I think she has some really good people around her. And, you know, she has such a good, godly spirit. And in the long run, I think she'll be fine. You know, she'll get through this and all of that. But boy, oh boy, you know, sometimes people are just really tested, don't you think? I think a lot of us have been through some testing, you know, walking through the fire. And a lot of times it's also not one catastrophe at a time, but a few. And I don't know, but I'm praying for her. She's a beautiful person, like I said. And if you don't know who Starry Hilder is, go ahead and check her out. I'll put a link to her channel down in the description box, and you can just type her name into, you know, the search bar in YouTube here, and you will find her. And a wonderful homesteader and an original Wisconsinite. Just had to say that. I mean, she's in Idaho now and has been for quite some time. But yeah, she's been really good to me, you know, on a personal level, and I love her, just like I'm sure a lot of you do too. But anyhow, that is my catch-up for this week. I'm not sure what next week's recipe is going to be, but I hope you like it as much as you've been liking this, the sopapilla cheesecake bars. Oh my word. Do not make those if you don't have people to share them with. It will not be my fault if you end up eating the whole pan yourself. And if you haven't seen the video for that, I'll leave that link in the description box too. But don't blame me, okay? Just don't. Anyhow, it's nice talking to you guys, and you take care.